Okay, so just an FYI, we're gonna change up the order of our week just a little bit. So over here, it says you have a quiz next Friday. I'm actually gonna bump that back a couple days. And our to be graded assignment, I'm gonna bump to Friday. So just so you kind of have an idea that this to be graded assignment, we're gonna bump to Friday, okay? And then our quiz won't be until that first couple days in October, okay? All right, so we are still working with one-step equations, but if you notice, like look at these couple problems right here, like look at number 17, look at number 18. Let's just focus in on number 17, okay? How is 2/3 tied to X? With multiplication. So we are going to need to undo multiplication. All right. Well, Bronson, when we have multiplication, how do we undo it? Okay, so we're going to divide each side. What? I'm dividing both sides by a fraction? That's awful. Okay. So let's remember, dividing by a fraction is the same thing as multiplying by its reciprocal. Blech. Okay, what does that mean? That means keep, change, flip. Reciprocal. Fun word to say and spell. But remember when we divided involving fractions, we did keep, change, flip, where we keep the first number, we change division to multiplication, and then we flip that second fraction. So if I am taking, so I'm going to take this right here. If we are taking 48 divided by 2/3, okay, well, I think it would be a good idea to put 48 over 1, right? And so really what's happening is X equals 48 over 1 times 2. Okay. Dividing by 2/3 is the same thing as multiplying by 3/2. Okay, so let's remember how we work with fractions. When we multiply, we need to multiply our numerators. Good thing you have a calculator in your hand. So we were dividing, and then I changed it to multiply to 3/2 for our keep, change, flip. Okay, what's 48 times 3? And then 1 times 2 is? Okay, 2. Corinne thinks she's being silly. So then 144 divided by 2, does that give us a nice number? Right, isn't that what this says right here? 144 divided by 2? Okay, a lot just happened. Let's talk about what we did. Okay. Two-thirds was tied to X by multiplication. So to undo multiplication, we divided both sides by 2/3. Well, when we're dividing by a fraction, we can do our keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. We kept 48 over 1. We changed division to multiplication. We changed we flipped our fraction, okay? Then we multiplied our fractions and then simplified, okay? Now, what do we always need to do at the end? We need to check our solution, okay? We need to check our equation was 2/3 x equals 48. So does 2/3 times 72 equal 48? You're probably going to want to use your calculator. Take 2 divided by 3 and then multiply it by 72. Does that equal 48? You tried it?
No.
Well, don't tell me yeah unless you try it. Braille, does it work? Your calculator said so?
I just leave my answer.
So this is what I would do when you're checking. So we did. Okay, so look up here. When you did, was it 2/3? When you did 2/3, do you get something like this?
Sure.
Leave it in your calculator and then multiply by 72. Is that what you did?
47. Wait, what? Two divided by 3 or 3 divided by 3?
Times 72.
What if you did 2 divided by 3 times 72? Interesting.
Nope, it's 47.9.
How do you clear it? Okay, so this is what I would do because I don't like that. I would do that. This is 72 over 1. And I would take 2 times 72 and then divide it by 2.
I got it, that one.
Divided by 3, sorry.
Oh, wait, what is it again?
2 times 72
2 times 72.
and then divided by 3. Whew, okay, we're good. All right, let's try another one. I like number 18. I think you're gonna like it too. Okay. This is 7 equals -1/3 W, okay? So, Cordell, how is -1/3 tied to our variable? What operation is in between? Multiplication. So we need to undo our multiplication, and we're gonna do that by using division. Okay. So I'm gonna rewrite this left side. We have 7 divided by -1/3. So I'm gonna do a couple things. Number one, I'm gonna make 7 to be 7 over 1. So both of them are fractions. Number two, since we're dividing and it involves fractions, we need to do our keep, change, flip. So we have 7 over 1 times negative, we're gonna flip 3 over 1. So it doesn't really matter if the negative's in the numerator or denominator, okay? You can put it whichever one you feel more comfortable with, okay? So I get what you're saying, Kinley. It kind of looks like it's with the numerator, and so you want to put it with the 1. Okay, and that's fine. So what we have is we have 7 times 3. What is it? 21. Miss, I can't multiply. And our denominator, 1 times -1. So W is -21. So if we're gonna check and we do 7 equals -1/3 times -21. I don't feel like we need our calculator. Let's use our brains. -1/3 times -21. Okay, if we put -21/1 is -1/3 times -21/1, does that equal 7?
Yeah.
Bennett, you're giving me a face. Do you not like it? Oh, okay. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm confused. Okay. All right, I feel like I want you and your elbow partner to try number 19. Just start to work on it and we'll see how it goes. I don't know what time is it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
So
I'm
we-
gonna.
It's like, what I do wrong?
We need to divide by 4/5, which means we multiply by 5/4. Take 60 times 5 for me. And you wrote 120. I'm not really sure where that came
Me
from.
neither.
I think you hit 2 instead of 5. You had the right process. It was just a calculator user error. Okay. Okay, good. No, you did it the wrong way. 300 first. Yeah. Okay, so Bennett, what operation did you do to both sides? Okay. Bennett is suggesting that we divide by -4/5. Okay. So on the right side, we just get K, but on the left side, we have 60 divided by -4/5. So I'm gonna put our 60 over 1, and it's really 60 over 1 times 5 over, don't forget that that's a -4. Okay. Trent, when we take 60 over 1 and we multiply it by 5 over -4, what does that get us? Okay, which equals? We get, so I'll write that, 300 over -4, which means K is -75. Couldn't we what? That is beautiful. Yes. Okay. And that's what's nice. I mean, really, I put a calculator in your hand to help with the multiplication and the division. You know your rules for negatives and positives. I don't feel like you need the calculator for that. Okay. All right. I'm going to pick one more problem for us to do together, and then I'm going to get you going on working on your homework. Does that sound good? Okay. Let me pick one.
Question number 24. I wasn't even talking to you. Yeah.
You want to do number 24? Okay, we'll do number 24. Trent chose number 24, so he is going to tell us what to do with that mixed number.
I turn it into an improper.
Okay, Trent
12 plus 1.
is what?
25, yeah.
So we have negative 25/12 equals 3/4 C. Okay, thank you, Trench, for doing that for us. Now I'm gonna draw my fence. Okay. Okay, 3/4 is being multiplied to C, so we need to undo the multiplication by dividing each side by 3/4. Ooh, this is fun. So we have negative 25/12 divided by 3/4, which really means negative 25/12 times 4/3. So negative 100 over. Ooh, okay. Now,
Whoa.
let's reduce that. What number can go into both of those? 4. 4. Negative 25 over 9. I don't like it either. So let's make it negative 2. So 9 goes into 20. Oh, good golly, Miss Holman. No wonder you were looking at me funny. 9 goes into 25 2 times. 9 times 2 is 18, so we have a remainder of 7. So we have 2 and 7 ninths.
Oh, so we divide 4 over.
We get 25 over 9. Okay, guess what? You won't have any problems that difficult on your homework. I know, I didn't like that one. It's all his fault.